This is an instructional video on how to make a mask fit that has a double loop system on it. One trick is if you happen to have elastic, you can tie a piece of elastic here and back around to here and just use it flipped over your ears. Or you can use a cloth or something, a little string, but that doesn't stretch so it doesn't hold as well. But if you happen to have some elastic at home, tie elastic here, figure out the right length and tie it here. But to use these double loop options with the string that it came with, first thing you're going to do is find the middle of your string, and you can put this mask on your head, put the middle of the string on the top of your head, and find just the first point that is approximately right here. Then what you're going to do, so you notice I'm just holding that spot there, I'm going to slide this through, and again I still have my spot held, and it doesn't need to be exact, and then I'm just going to tie a little half hitch. Right, like that. Straightforward, simple, single knot. You don't need a double knot or anything. Okay, that's the first one. Then I'm going to slide it through the second loop. And for the most part, most people will need this flat, but if you need to gather it up a little bit because you have a smaller face, you can do that. But I would suggest just doing this flat. Nice like that. Then you're going to take and do a little half hitch. And tie that down. So there's your nice flat thing. One coming up and a shorter end coming down. The next thing you want to do is bend the nose piece to fit your nose. This one doesn't have one in it yet, but you can see that this has a little metal nose piece. You're going to bend that to fit the shape of your nose. And then you're going to put this on your face, and this strap is going to come over and sit on top of your head, either just comfortably on top of your head or slightly back. But what you don't want to do is put it down below where the ball of your head. You don't want it to be behind the ball of your head. It needs to be on top or just slightly back. And then with the mask comfortably placed on your nose and this comfortably placed here, you're just going to mark where that fits, right? I'm going to take it off. I have that mark. Here I am, I'm marking my spot. I'm going to slide the loop through. I have my spot. I'm going to leave that spot right there. And I'm going to tie another half hitch knot. Notice that this is still at the same spot. Right there. So these stay permanent. You never have to undo them again. So when you put it on your head, oops, I don't have a head form, so I'm using a hat form. Then when you go to put this on your head, it always sits in the right spot, okay? So that's the first step. Then you're going to do the same thing here where you bring it through the loop. And again, this should be flat from here to here, but if you happen to have a small face, you can do that, but we really don't want to have that little gap there if you can avoid it. So that's laying straight there. I'm going to do another half hitch. That lays flat. So now, this is all done. You never have to undo those ties again. Comes off, you put it on, Get it comfortably set on your nose, and then these two ties come around and tie behind your head. And you can tie them in a knot, you can tie them however you want. The other option is to take a hairband, and I like to have one of these a little bit longer, and I'm going to bring it around to approximately the middle of my the back of my neck, and I'm going to tie another half hitch onto a rubber band, right? I need to make that just a little tighter. And this is just one of those stretchy covered ponytail bands. And then what makes it easy and gives you a little bit of a comfort is on this side, you tie it to that other band there. And if it's a big enough band, so again, there's a half hitch. So now you have a little bit of stretch and a little bit of fit. Not working too well on this mannequin head thing. But that would fit snugly around the back of your head. And in theory, if your head isn't huge, you should be able to lift this up and over. And then you have this all set up and onto a band, and you never have to undo it again. You just go up and over. This goes down over the back. This hangs on the top. Whoops. I just put it on oblong. Let's go that way. Her nose is here. So this is going to go over the top. This part's going to hang on your head. It would help if I had a nose on this mannequin. Just like that. And then it's all tied and sits around your neck, and this sits on the top of your head. Makes that super comfortable. And there you go. Again, set this strap first, tie it here and here, then make these flat, tie it here and here, and then adjust the back neck. And you can either just tie it each time separately, or you can tie it to a stretchy rubber band so that you can get it off your head in one fell swoop.